Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Today I've got a really fun video about skincare, makeup and hair care and where it all comes from. I mean, there is such an abundance of makeup products now that and you get overwhelmed so easily that I did some research to figure out what brands are controlling the market. And I discovered there's really about 4 or 5, but I've got 6 or 7 here that I'm going to share with you that that really have under their wing, in their company, ownership of some of the most iconic makeup brands, and you probably would never expect that they're owned by this company. So the first one, of course, is L'Oreal. Now, people know that L'Oreal has a lot of different makeup lines, L'Oreal Paris, and then there's L'Oreal with, hair care, skin care. There's probably 10 or more different foundations that are produced by L'Oreal with their different companies, and they're in kind of competition with each other. And their lines are divided into like consumer and luxury and, a few other subcategories. But I want to share with you all the companies that are owned by L'Oreal. Now, you probably won't believe half of these because you'll think, oh my gosh, I thought that was a private company or its own company, but it's not. It's part of L'Oreal. Okay, Lancome, YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, or Giorgio Armani, It Cosmetics, Urban Decay, Helena Rubinstein, NYX, Maybelline is part of L'Oreal, Essie, nail polishes, Kiehl's, skincare, Garnier, La Roche-Posay, and there's more. But those are the main ones that are under the wing. They're owned by L'Oreal. It was founded in 1946 or 1909 in France, and it is the world's largest cosmetics company. And this portfolio stretches across all groups, age groups, skin types, preferences. It's just a very amazingly large and comprehensive company. So that's L'Oreal. The next one is actually almost as big. It's Estee Lauder. Now, Estee Lauder was founded in 1946, I believe it was, and it's been around forever, and it has some of the most iconic products, the foundations, for example, and they are just used by so many different women, millions of women all around the world. But key Estee Lauder brands are MAC. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Clinique, Bobbi Brown, La Mer is part of Estee Lauder, Smashbox, Tom Ford Beauty, Origins. These are all owned by Estee Lauder, and they are global again, worldwide, and control more than that. But those are the key ones that you would recognize. Another company, a third company, I didn't actually know too much about this company, but I know I use some of the products. Didn't know they were owned by Coty. Coty, it was, I don't know when it was founded, but it's been around, for probably early 1900s. And it has some iconic products, like there's a powder, face powder, that is still being sold today, and a bestseller, a kind of a ride or die, as they say, product. People love this Coty powder. And it was, it's very finely milled. I suppose it's very good, but that is a Coty product. They also, however, own Rimmel, drugstore brand, CoverGirl, did not know that, Sally Hansen. They own Clairol, hair products, Philosophy, skincare products. They own Gucci. Now, Coty actually did start off as a perfume company. So they own, I don't know, it's probably hundreds, it's tens of different perfume companies, some that you will know. All the Burberry line, for example, Tom Ford, Marc Jacobs, and a whole list. I mean, I could go through, in the next 10 minutes, a list of all their perfumes. But Coty owns all those perfume companies, plus the cosmetics ones that I mentioned. Incredible. And they actually have consumer, luxury, and professional. So they tend to do that. They tend to break their brands into those 3 categories. And to be honest with you, I don't know how it works. I mean, I did a little bit of research, and it appears they do have, manufacturing plants for different brands, of course. So they don't make the same foundation, for one brand for Rimmel as they do for, CoverGirl, but there's got to be some alignment in innovation and so on. But I guess that's part of the reason they keep buying these companies. They buy a company because it's got an innovative product. And then even underneath these, there are companies, like I think Smashbox owns Becca now. So, you've got companies within companies within companies. When you buy that makeup, it doesn't seem so complicated, does it? Anyway, they also just bought Kylie Jenner's business. This is Coty. So they're very up to date with the latest trendsetters and influencers and so on. Another brand is Procter & Gamble. Now, Procter & Gamble is a bit like Unilever, which I don't mention, but They are like a general goods manufacturer, and they manufacture lots of different things. But they have, their makeup is like a small group of the overall, but they own literally tens of different products, shampoos, hair care products, skincare, and is all under the Procter and Gamble P&G brand. Shiseido is another one. Now, Shiseido is, I think, a Japanese company, but they own, and I actually, by the way, I love their foundation. It's one of my very favorite foundations of all time, the Radiant Self-Refreshing Foundation. It's really, really good. But anyway, they have their own brand, of course, and that's big enough in itself. But they also own NARS. I didn't know that. Bare Minerals. They own Laura Mercier. They own Dolce & Gabbana Beauty. And they own Clé de Peau. Clé de Peau is the most expensive brand of makeup. I think even more than, I don't think La Mer does too much. They may do a moisturizer or a skin tint, but Clé de Peau does amazing products. In fact, just yesterday, I went into a local shop in Zurich, and I was looking at their products. And the foundation is $200 just for a small bottle of foundation, and all their products are over $100. People swear by it. They love it. Lots of bloggers are Clé de Peau gurus and experts, but yeah, a little out of my budget for sure. But they originated in Japan in 1872, and they're one of the oldest cosmetics companies in the world. So it's amazing. Now, Johnson & Johnson, they own Neutrogena, Avena, Clean and Clear. They own Rock. And their beauty segment of the company actually focuses on skincare. They don't do too much with makeup. But these large corporations have got manufacturing plants all over the world. And I asked, I went online and just asked it, why? How do they manage to keep differentiation in their product lines if they're, I'm noticing it's really dark here today. I think the sun is hopefully going to come out on me here. Maybe I'll put the curtain back a bit. Anyway, and they say that it's basically got to do with innovation, that they buy these companies and that they have these multiple companies because they feel that with all those individuals working on, perfecting and refining, getting customer feedback, this works, this doesn't work, they are able to make new products. I mean, a perfect example of this is under eye concealers. And I've just watched, even in the few years that I've been paying attention to makeup, they have gone through, concealers that are like long lasting and almost like pasty to now more lighter concealers. And recently they've been putting out concealers called eye brighteners, which are not really like a concealer thick, but they're more like a loose light cream. And people have been putting peach and pink colors into the concealer. I've actually got a concealer on today, which is a slightly peachy color. But I think they just take a product that they're making at one level of the company, and they say, oh, well, that's working. Let's introduce it, maybe less expensive packaging, or less advertising, or however they can bring the prices down and sell it in the drugstore as well, or so something similar in the drugstore. So anyway, I just find it most interesting. But I mean, truth really, the reason that we buy, or people buy luxury products, a lot of times is the packaging. They just like the bottle. They like the way it looks. I was also looking yesterday at perfume, and I haven't bought perfume in probably 20 years, like a whole bottle of perfume. I bought Jo Malone, which who was Jo Malone? She was owned by somebody. I forget, was it L'Oreal? But they're affordable, and I do like their products. But yesterday I'm a big sandalwood fan. I love the scent of sandalwood. And so I went looking for a company. I found this one called Le Labo, and apparently this is a huge company, and it's got, fans, and I looked online, it's like a cult product all over the world, but they have a specialty, they're sandalwood. It's Sandal 33. And so I thought, I'll go try it and see what, it smells like. It's gorgeous, just gorgeous. I thought, oh my gosh, should I buy some perfume? So I said, how much is your perfume? And this little teeny bottle, like this big, it was just small, was 125 francs. The next one up was 225, and then the largest, affordably, was 350. And it was like, wow, okay, well, can I have a sample just to put on my wrist and smell it? And I enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, perfumes are super expensive. And I think a lot of these companies that started off as perfume companies, like Coty, made their money and now are developing, cosmetics and skincare and hair care lines. Oh my Lord. Anyway, well, I'm just thought I'd share that all with you. I hope it's interesting to you. I found it fascinating, truly. And when I buy a product now from, NYX or Rimmel or someone from the drugstore, I'll know that I'm actually really sponsoring a very big conglomerate of makeup company somewhere around the world. But anyway, hope it's been useful. If you've got any little bits of knowledge about this that I haven't shared, please put it in the comments section. Or if you've got a brand that you've been using all the time that you had no idea was owned by a parent company that was larger than them. So anyway, hope that you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and sharing this wonderful time with me. I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world, and know that you're loved. Take care. Bye for now.